Hey guys, it's Stephanie, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this woman's wallet. It will have no fold-over lines on the outside, and on the inside it will have 4 card pockets, a side ID, a billfold with no sticky, and the accordion section with a Ziploc coin pouch, and nothing will have sticky. The supplies you will need to make this wallet are 3 rolls of duct tape, clear tape, a piece of ID plastic that's 3 1/4 by 2 1/4, a ruler, Ziploc that's 6.5 inches long, an X-Acto knife, scissors, and a Velcro dot. The first thing we're going to make is the card pockets. Take 2 pieces of 9-inch tape of your pocket color and stack them to be 3 inches tall, and then flip it sticky side up. Next, you're going to take a piece of clear tape and cut it to be 9 inches, and then cut about a 1/2 to 1/4 inch off. And you're going to take that piece of clear tape and you're going to have it sticky side up, and you're going to put it on one of the 9-inch sides of the sheet we made earlier, and make sure that both pieces of tape are sticky side up. When I was peeling off the piece of clear tape from my cutting mat, I accidentally split it into 2 pieces, so that's why I'm doing it a little bit differently here. Once you're done with that, it should look like this. The side that's sticky, it should both be sticky, so they're sticky on the same side basically, and you're gonna line that up on a line and then clear tape it, but make sure that you do not put clear tape at the bottom where there's already clear tape. So the only sticky on this should now be at the bottom right there. Now we're going to set this up on a line, and you're going to cut this 9-inch piece into 3-inch pieces that are 3 inches each. This is what you should have now, and the only sticky should be at the bottom from the clear tape. You can set these off to the side for now. We'll get back to them later on. Right now you're going to take your piece of ID plastic and you're going to cut 2 pieces of your pocket color that are 3 inches, and you're going to layer them on top of each other to be 3 3/4 inches tall. So it looks like this. And then you're going to flip that over so it's sticky side up. Once it's sticky side up, you're going to take a piece of clear tape that is 3 inches long and cut about 1/2 inch off. And you're going to do the same thing you did earlier. Make sure both pieces are sticky side up, and you're going to set it on one of the sides that is 3 inches. After you do that, you're going to use 2 pieces of clear tape to clear tape the sticky on the back, but make sure you don't cover the stickiness from the bottom of the clear tape. And now we are going to connect the ID to this. You're going to cut a piece of your trim color that is 4 inches long, and you're going to cut it in half, and take one of those pieces and take your piece of ID plastic, and you're going to trim one of the long sides, which is 3 1/4 inches long, and trim it to be about 1/4 inch. And if you have any extra on the sides, you can trim that off. And there's a lot of sticky left over, so I'm just cutting some off so it doesn't show through the plastic, and then just fold that over. Your piece of ID plastic should now look like this. Now you're going to take your last piece of your trim, and you're going to trim the top of your ID once again to 1/4 inch. Now this is what your ID plastic should look like. If you have any extra tape on that side where I'm pointing at, cut it off, but if you have any extra on the right, do not cut it off because you need to have some extra on the right side. So now you're going to take this piece of tape that we cut earlier, that's your pocket color, and you're going to flip it so the clear tape side is facing up, and you're going to line it up with the edge and corner of the ID like this, and then fold over the trim. This is what you should be left with, and now if you have any extra, you can cut it off, but don't cut the pocket, of course. So now we are going to cut a little slit. So right here where the side trim ends, you're going to cut a slit and just cut it straight, And you just want to cut through the trim, not the pocket, so don't push too hard on your X-Acto knife. So now we're done with this, and you can set it off to the side, and we'll come back to it in a while, and get your 3 pockets that we cut. Now we are going to trim the card pocket, so to do this, cut a piece of tape that is 3 inches long, and you're going to cut it into 4 pieces with a ruler. And take one of those pieces and take one card pocket and line up the card pocket on a line. And using a ruler, you're going to trim the card pocket to 1/4 inch. If you have any extra tape on the sides, you can cut that off. And now flip that over, and you're going to fold over the extra trim onto the back of the card pocket. So now it should look like this, and you're going to do this exact process to your other 2 card pockets. Once you have everything trimmed, you should have 3 card pockets just like this, and you should have a pocket that will go above the ID and the side entering ID. And now we are going to clear tape these trims. You're going to cut 2 pieces of clear tape, one that is 3 inches and one that is 3.5. You're going to cut the 3-inch piece into 3 separate pieces, and you're going to cut the 3.5-inch piece into half. So there's 2 pieces that are 3.5. And you're going to take one piece that is 3 inches long, and you're going to trim the regular card pocket, and you're going to use the other 2 pieces of clear tape that are 3 inches long to clear tape the other 2 pockets. When you are clear taping the trim, make sure that you put the clear tape lower than the actual trim. It's kind of hard to see, but then I take a card and I smooth out all of the clear tape and get out all the air bubbles. Once you have that, you can flip over your card pocket and fold over the extra clear tape, and repeat this process to your other 2 regular card pockets. Once your 3 regular pockets are clear taped, you can set those off to the side for now, and we're going to clear tape this piece. So you're going to use the 2 pieces that are 3.5 inches long, and we're going to clear tape the top of this first, and doing the same process we did earlier by taking our card and smoothing out the clear tape. So now it should look like this, and if you have any extra on the side, you can just cut that off, and then just fold over the extra clear tape. Take your last piece of clear tape that you have cut, and you're going to use that to clear tape the trim on the side right there. Once you've gotten all the air bubbles out and folded it over, you're going to open up your ID and card pocket like this, and you're going to cut another slit right there through the clear tape, just like that, and then fold over that little piece onto the card pocket. Once you are done with all of that, you can set these off to the side, and we'll come back to them in a minute. You're going to take your main color and cut 2 strips of it that are 6.5 inches long, and stack them on top of each other so they are 3 inches tall. And then once you have that, you're going to flip it over so it's sticky side up, and use 2 pieces of clear tape that are also 6.5 inches long to cover all of the stickiness on the back. Once you've done that, it should look like this, and there shouldn't be any sticky anywhere. And you're going to line up the top of this to a line. This is where we're going to be attaching the card pocket, so take one pocket and put it at 3 inches from the top, and then take your other 2 regular pockets and just put them onto the sheet. And I usually just eyeball this out. I don't measure these, but just make sure that they fit when you put a card inside. Once you have your 3 regular pockets on, you're going to take this piece and just put it right under there, making sure it's evenly spaced. Now we're going to cover the sticky in the pockets. To do this, you're going to cut a piece of clear tape that is 3 inches long, and you're going to cut it into 4 separate pieces. And to cover the sticky in the pockets, you're just going to take one piece, flip the card pocket over like that, and put the piece of clear tape in the crease right there, and then just smooth it out. And use the rest of your pieces of clear tape to finish covering the sticky in all of the card pockets. Once you've done that, we're going to clear tape the sticky in the ID. So to do that, you're going to take a piece of clear tape that is 3.5 inches long and cut it in half. And then you're going to take one of those pieces and flip up the ID and put it right in that crease right there and smooth it out. And then if you have any extra on the sides, you can just cut it off. Now you're going to take your last piece of clear tape and you're going to flip open your ID again and put it half on, half off on this side. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. And then flip your ID right side up and then you can just fold it in. It's kind of hard to explain, but hopefully you can just see what I'm doing here. This is what it should look like when you're done. Now you're going to cut out 4 pieces of your trim color that are 6.5 inches long, and you're also going to grab your Ziploc piece and we're going to make the Ziploc coin pouch now. So you're going to take one of your 6.5 inch pieces and one of your pieces of Ziploc, and you're going to put the tape on the top right above the Ziploc, and you want to make sure that the tape doesn't touch the Ziploc. So once you've done that, it should look like this, and once again make sure it's not touching the Ziploc, and then you're just going to flip it over and fold over the sticky. So it should look just like this, and you're going to do the same thing to your second piece of Ziploc. Once both of your pieces of Ziploc look like this, you're going to take one and you're going to overlap it on another piece of tape on your cutting mat so it is 3 inches tall, and when you flip it over it should look like this. And you're going to do the exact same thing with your other piece of Ziploc. Once you have something that looks like this, you're going to take the sticky sides and just put them together like this. Don't overlap them or anything, just push them so they're kind of touching. And then you're going to take a piece of your main color and you're just going to stick it right down the middle. And then you can cut off the stickiness on the sides. And then using 2 more pieces of your main color, you're going to use them to put them right under the Ziploc. And then once you've done that, you can zip up your pouch. Next, you're going to cut a piece of your trim color that is 3¼ inches, and you're going to cut that into fourths, so you have 4 pieces. And on each side, you're going to put it half on, half off like that, and then fold it. And there should be some extra at the top, and make sure that the extra at the top is on the side that has the Ziploc, if that made sense. And then open up your Ziploc pouch and fold in the stickiness so it's a rounded edge. And you can zip your pouch back up, and you can set these other 2 pieces off to the side. We will be using them soon. Now we are going to make the expandable. So to make one expandable, you're going to cut a piece of your trim color that is 6 inches long, and then you're going to peel that up so it's sticky side up and fold it in half. And then smooth it out, making sure there's not too many wrinkles. And there you have one expandable, and you're going to do that so you have 4 of these. Once you have all 4 of your expandables cut out and folded, you're going to cut a piece of clear tape that is 3 inches long, and then you're going to cut that piece of clear tape into fourths, so you have 4 pieces of clear tape. And take 1 piece of clear tape and one of your expandables, making sure that the rounded side is facing up and the rough side is facing down. And you're going to put the piece of clear tape on the right side, half on and half off, and then smooth it out. Now you're going to take another piece of clear tape and another expandable, and you're going to do the same exact thing. Put the piece of clear tape on the right side, making sure that the rounded part is facing up. Now to put the clear tape on the last 2 expandables, you're going to make sure that the rounded part is facing down instead of up, and then put the clear tape on the right side. So when the rounded part is facing up, the clear tape turns out to be on the left side. So basically you have 2 expandables with the clear tape on the right side and 2 expandables with the clear tape on the left side when the rounded part is facing up. And now we're going to connect them to the coin pouch. So just do it like I am here. Smooth out the clear tape and make sure the rounded part of the expandable is facing up towards the part where the Ziploc opens. And I'm not too good at explaining this part, but hopefully you can kind of just see what I'm doing. You're taking one expandable that has the clear tape on the right and one expandable that has the clear tape on the left. and putting it on each side, if that makes sense. Once you've finished, your coin pouch should look like this. And now you're going to take the 2 pieces of tape that we cut out earlier, and you're going to cut about 1/4 inch off from them, so they're 3 inches instead of 3 1/4. And you're going to flip your expandables like this and put that piece of tape so it's a rounded edge and it's not so rough, and do the same thing to the other side. Now this is what you should be left with, and once you have finished this, you can set it off to the side and grab your card pockets and a piece of your main color that is 6 1/2 inches long and about 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch thick, and you're going to take a ruler and just make 1/4 inch trim on the left side. Once you have trimmed it, you can flip it over and fold over any sticky that is left over. And now we're almost done. All we need to do is make the outer sheet, so for now you can set these off to the side. To make the outer sheet, you're going to use pieces of tape that are your trim color that are 11 1/2 inches long, and stack a bunch on top of each other so they are 6 1/2 inches tall. Next, flip your sheet over so it's sticky side up, and you're going to use a bunch of pieces of your main color and stack them on top of each other to cover the sticky. And when you do this, make sure you leave about 1/4 to 1/2 inch of sticky on all 4 sides. And in each corner, you're going to cut out 2 slits like this, so it kind of forms a box, and do that to all of your corners. Once you have all of your corners cut, I like to cut all the sides down to about 1/4 inch. The next step is that you're going to fold over the sticky on the sides that are 6 1/2 inches long. Next, you're going to take your coin pouch and make sure that the part with the Ziploc opening is facing towards you, and you're just going to attach it with the expandables like I am here. And this part is kind of hard to explain, but hopefully you can just see what I'm doing here and just do it. And make sure you cut a slit at the end. Once you have your expandables attached, you're just going to fold them in like this, and then fold in your top expandables in half inwards, and then fold that up and line them up on your sheet and cut a slit where they end, and fold over the sticky onto the expandable and do the same thing to the other side. This is what it should look like now, and you can set this off to the side for now and grab your card pockets, and you're going to take another piece of your main color that is 6 1/2 inches long and about 1/2 inch thick, and you're just going to trim the right side of the card pockets, but do not fold over the sticky. Now you're going to attach the card pockets onto the main part of the wallet like this, and just stick down the sticky and flip your card pockets up, and you're going to put a piece of tape there to cover up the sticky. And now you're just going to fold up the last 2 remaining sides of duct tape, and now you're basically done with your wallet. All you need to do is cut the slits on the top of the billfold like this, just by cutting straight like that, and then you're going to cut slits for the card pockets by also cutting straight, and do that where I'm showing, and you're done. So that's how to make a woman's wallet. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope it helped you. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Comment below any other videos or tutorials you would like to see, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!